want to learn how you can make tamales in less than 3 minutes, I'm going to share with you how. Let's get started. These are the ingredients that we're going to use. This is lard. I love this brand. Maseca or Masa harina. I just like this brand. I have liquid, the broth from my meat. I have salt and baking powder. Now, you could use oil, butter, no margarine, but butter, oil, or just shortening. But this one has lard. I mean, come on, has the flavor. So that's the reason that I love using this, but feel free to use the same amounts of the other things. Let's get started. Okay, so in the pot, I'm going to add all my lard. Each box has 2.5 cups, and we need 4. So I already had my 2.5 cups, and I'm just gonna go very quick. I'm going to add the 1.5 cups that I need. So. And now I'm going to take this to my stove, and the only thing that I want to do is I want to melt my lard. So let's do that. I'm going to be using my Bosch for this. So I'm going to add my 8 cups of masa harina of your election. Okay, and this is my last one. I'm adding my salt and my baking powder. I'm just going to mix it up very little. So here I have already my shortening and my broth. Now I'm going to start adding it here, all of it. We're gonna use all of it and mix it up for like a minute or 2. So here I have already my shortening and my broth. Now I'm going to start adding it here, all of it. We're gonna use all of it and mix it up for like a minute or 2. Of course, I have to show you the entire method, but I'm gonna give you ideas and another tricks and tips to create and to have delicious tamales. So stay tuned, be patient. I'm gonna show you how you can have tamales in less than 3 minutes. So it's gonna be hot, be careful, my hands are clean. We're just gonna grab a little bit, and when you touch it, it leaves like a lot of grease. Not a lot, but grease, perfect. Okay, so my grandma always says that we need to try the dough in order for you to know if it needs more salt or is it fine. So, you just grab a little bit. It tastes really good. You just grab a little bit. Oh, delicious! If you feel that it needs more salt, go ahead and add more salt. Mix it up a little more. That's it. But remember that you're adding stuff, right? We're adding the meat and the cheese, and they already have flavor as well. But this tastes really good. So let's continue. Okay guys, then la hoja de tamal, my husk, the corn husk that we're using for our tamales, it's gonna be very hard. So you have to put it in very hot water. So just leave it here for like an hour or so. You can leave it at night if you want to. And then they're ready to use. They're flexible. And so what I do, I have a little, I forgot the name. Anyway, and I'm just, you grab some, just kind of here, and you don't want it that wet. Just get it dry. So let's just start making tamales. First tamales that we're gonna make is queso with jalapenos. These are my family's favorite, And it's very important that you use panela cheese and not queso fresco. They're two different cheeses. Okay, so what's the difference between queso panela and queso fresco? The only difference is the liquid, what I know has a word, but I cannot remember. Anyway, and the queso fresco, it crumbles so easy and it's perfect for enchiladas and entomatadas, which I have really good recipes that I will leave in the description below. But queso panela is a firm cheese. And so that's why I 100% recommend to use queso panela for your tamales, because queso fresco will crumble, will spread. It's not good. Believe me, it is not good. But queso panela is the best. Those tamales are my family's favorite. So good. And we're gonna start by cutting our cheese and sliding like canes. Let me show you. So we're going to start with our tamales. It's important to you have your dough covered at all times, because if not, it's gonna get dry. So I'm just gonna get a little bit out and I'm gonna grab my first. You're going to feel like here has, like it's solid, and here you're gonna feel a little bumps. Okay, so we're gonna use the part that it feels like no bumps. The opposite. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're adding up a little bit of our dough, and you're gonna see maybe other people that they gotta just spread it as that. This dough, it's not like that, but it's a very delicious dough. Okay, so that's the reason that I always use my hands. But you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you why. So I'm just like, you never put, you leave this space without dough, because that's the one that we're going to put like that. And in different places in Mexico, they like in the south, the tamales are going to be different than the north. We don't like a lot of dough in our tamales, but if you go to the south, it's like a lot of dough and very little meat. We're the opposite, and we like that way. So once it's like that, you just cover it. I'm just going to do one more with you guys, and then this is gonna go by quick. Okay, and then you're just gonna put it here, put a piece of dough, cover them so it doesn't get dry if you wanna make more, but I'm gonna make these two with you guys. So I'm gonna bring my queso panela, remember, and my jalapenos. So I grab my tamal. I'm gonna put a slice of cheese and 1 or 2 slices of jalapeno. We love it. Then we're gonna cover it, and it's gonna be more like in the flat side, not rounded. Okay. Then this goes up. So my grandma never did, but I always do. One of this that is like a small, you have to find for like a small one that it's not gonna work to make tamales. So let me look very quick for one. Let me show you why. You're gonna grab a piece of the same, and you're going to do, hold on, these are too thin. Okay, this is what I like to do to keep my tamale from unfolding. And so I just like, my grandma never did this, I know, and a lot of people doesn't, but I do. Just to keep my tamale for open it up. And that's what you're gonna do with your all your tamales. I add 1 cheese. And it's on the flat side, remember? And this comes up. And close it. So that's it. Let me do all my cheese tamales, and I'm gonna show you the red pork. tamales. Okay, I'm so sure that I bought my tomatoes for this recipe. I do, but my kids help me out to put the groceries out and I just can't find it. So I'm not going to the store to find tomatoes, right? Are you with me? So I'm gonna use again. I'm gonna use a diced tomatoes. I'm gonna use a liquid too. And I'm just gonna blend this. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, if you notice here, I have water. As soon as that's boiling water, I'm going to clean this. I'm going to remove the tail and all the seeds. And once of that, I'm going to put in my boiling water, turn it off, leave it there for like 10 minutes. Because these are dried guajillos, right? Peppers. So we need to dehydrate. No. Anyway, to make it soft again. So let's do that. I already put my onion, my garlic, my tomatoes here. And very quick, please use gloves because believe me, they're hot, spicy, and your fingers are going to be. And if you touch your eyes, your nose, whatever, it's going to be burning. And very quick, let's clean these chiles so I can put it on my boiling water. My chiles are ready. I'm just gonna put it there, turn it off, and leave it there for like 5-7 minutes. That's all. Okay, guys, I already add my chiles, salt. Let's blend this very quick. So I have my pork meat shredded, and this is the last step. So all the information, all the stuff, the recipe is gonna be on the. I will leave the link on the description below. This is the last step that we have to do. You have to use whatever it's called, this one. And I'm hoping, I don't want. You have to pass it through here. And then with a spoon, you just have to move it, and it's gonna come out. And you just have to do that until you're done. Okay? And luego, yeah, I mean, once you have it, you just kind of mix it up to cover all your meat. Check if it needs more salt. If not, just leave it here for like 5 minutes in low medium heat, and that's it. Let's continue making tamales. Guys, I tried the meat and it tastes delicious. I don't see any difference using a can of tomatoes. I'm so excited. Yes. And now I'm just gonna do what I did with the tamales with cheese and jalapeno. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. And then I'm gonna show you how you can have tamales in 3 minutes. Three. Let's do it. Guys, a few things before we continue. Sometimes, a lot of the times actually, you're gonna find this huge husk. So what you can do, if it's big, fold it in half, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's perfect enough for 2 tamales. So just very gentle and careful, break it apart. Now, sometimes you'll get way too big, but not okay. You're gonna get it big, but not too big. So like this one. If you cut it in half, it's not enough. So just cut, like this one is already ripped, just cut it and keep this one, because this one's you're gonna use them, right? To close it. Now, sometimes you may get pieces like this that they're too short. Let me see. Oh, like this one's perfect. Okay. What you could do, that's what my grandma did. She always put 2 together, and then she put the dough here and then just fold it with 2 pieces. So there's just a few. Let's continue doing the tamales. It is delicious. You can freeze them. after either before or after cooking. Both ways are perfect for the freezer, and you can keep them for months with no problem at all. I'm gonna show you how you can make it with two. So I have one. Sorry, I have a dishwasher. Ignore it for a little bit, but you just kind of like put it there together, and you're gonna be holding it the entire time together. Right? It's ready. I'm going to add my meat or my queso, whatever filling you're doing. Very careful, just turn. And here's your tamal, and you just do the rest. Guys, now let's say, ignore my mess, I'm making tamales. Today is Thanksgiving for us, so you're gonna see these maybe 2-3 days after Thanksgiving, but we do tamales in Thanksgiving because we don't like turkey. So, but let's say you still have dough and you still have filling, but you run out of husk. I'm gonna tell you this trick that is going to work perfectly and is going to save you. So let me show you. Okay, aluminum foil. Oh yes, baby. So we're just gonna get a piece of aluminum foil. I'm going to put dough in here. Okay. And we're going to try to make like a rectangle, kind of, right? And this is the reason that I like to make my dough like this. If you make the other kind of dough, there's so many recipes for tamales, like many recipes, right? And everybody has their style, and I'm pretty sure all the tamales are gonna taste delicious. So this is why I love to make my dough like this, that I can work with it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do my filling in one side, just like a normal tamale. I'm going to flip it over. Very gentle, very gentle. You're pulling it out, and you're gonna see why. Hold on. Okay. Then you're going to put this one on top of it, and then you're going to close it. Close it, fold it, hold it, and you have a tamale. I'm gonna show you later how it turned out. This is a traditional pan that we use to cook our tamales. You put water in there all the way to here, but water should not pass this here, and so we're going to do that, and I'm just going to put all my tamales here, okay? So that's the traditional way. You cook it, for like an hour, 30-45 minutes, almost 2 hours, and then you turn it off, let it rest for 10-15 minutes, and your tamales are going to be delicious. But the time has come that you've been waiting for. I know that a lot of you, maybe sometimes you just want a little, 5-10 tamales, and you don't have a small pot for that, right? Or whatever. Okay, first of all, do you know that you can freeze your tamales? Right now, the way they are, just put it in a bag, put it in your freezer. They're going to be frozen. You can keep it there for 2 months with no problems. Once you want to use them, if you're going to do the traditional method to cook them, just frozen, put it on your pot with water and everything else, cook it. It's going to take like 30 more minutes longer just because they're frozen. But let's say you have extra tamales and maybe you only want 4 tamales or 5 tamales, 10 tamales, I don't know. I'm gonna show you how you can make it in the microwave. Are you ready? Let me show you. This is very simple, guys. This is my microwave. I already opened it. I'm going to put a cup with water in it. Just put it on the center. And we're going to cook, not cook, but like just put 1 minute. And let it go. Let it go for 1 minute. Okay. Sorry for my dog. It's raining and thunders, and that scared him so much. Okay, it's done. Don't touch it. It's going to be very hot, but all the evaporation, that condensation of the water, it's there, right? So I'm going to add just, for now, 1 tamal. But you can add 4, 5, 10 tamales, okay? That's not. And I'm going to hit it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh, okay. It is going to be very hot. So, can you tell? I've been eating tamales. Put it there. And we're just, I'm sorry. And we are just going to let it cool for a few minutes. I'm going to give it a try. This is from the microwave. Look at the cheese and the jalapeno. It's very important that you don't do more than what you need, because it's gonna get it dry and drier. So start with 1 minute. If you feel that it needs a little more, do increments of 20 seconds. Let it rest for like 1 minute. You have to make this ones really good. Let's continue. Tamales are ready. So I'm just going to close them very well and put it on my stove for like 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I'm going to show you this ones and the microwave and the traditional one, so you can see the 3 ones, different ones. Okay, so this is the traditional way, the microwave, and the foil, and I want you to see it. Yesterday, it wouldn't be perfect, but yesterday we were so busy. It was Thanksgiving here for us. So this is the traditional way. This is the microwave, and I want you to see this. Did you see any difference? Believe me that, of course, if we're talking about flavor, 100%, right? Because of the method that it's cooked. Okay, look at this. Did you see any difference? Honestly, no, right? This is from the aluminum foil, microwave, and traditional one. Okay? Let's talk about flavor, right? Traditional, haha, delicious because it's a tamal. It's delicious. Microwave, I could say it's 90% of the flavor. And aluminum foil, 90% of the flavor. Why? Because the husk gives a little different flavor to the tamal than aluminum foil. But it tastes delicious. It's just basically the same, guys, right? Microwave, this is perfect for when you have a bunch of tamales and maybe it's only you or your husband, or maybe you have a small family and maybe you don't have a pot like this to be creative. You have to do it. 1.5 minutes. Of course, it will depend on your microwave. So start in increments of 20 seconds, because if you do it more, it's gonna be horrible. So don't forget the cup. The cup helps to get all the evaporation, you know, kind of what we're doing in this pot. But I hope you enjoy it. This is a delicious recipe, I promise you. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget, give thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share this with everybody. Everybody needs to know that you can have tamales in less than 3 minutes. Right? Thanks for watching. Bye.